Sister, let's go to the next retro game.
Of course, grab your joystick.
Look, a new anomaly. It's incredible. Let's get a closer look. I'm on it. Team, let's go. Right.
Listen up, pilots. This is not a review. We're not here to analyze frame rates or talk technical specs. These are memories. Veteran stories flavored with humor and maybe a bit of 16-bit post-traumatic shock. And those illustrations over there, those are AI hallucinations. Dreams from a matrix with amnesia. I'm making this clear for all the smart gamers out there who love pointing out the obvious in the comments section. Welcome, gamers. The year was 1993. While some were busy discovering grunge, we were discovering the Super FX chip. Nintendo promised us the 3D future, and what they gave us was a collection of floating pyramids and cubes running at a glorious 15 frames per second. Maybe. If you blinked, you missed 3 frames and probably crashed into a building that looked like a giant milk carton. Let's talk about the team. We have Fox McCloud, the leader with daddy issues, who decided piloting a starship was safer than going to therapy. Then there's Falco Lombardi, the cool guy with a blue pompadour and the attitude of someone who thinks he's flying an F-15. But in reality, he's trapped in a great triangle right there with me. Peppy Hair, whose only function in life is to remind you to do a barrel roll every 5 seconds, as if it were the solution to all the universe's problems. Index, barrel roll. Girlfriend left you, barrel roll. And of course, Slippy, the toad who made us all wish General Pepper would just cut the Star Fox team's budget already. Slippy isn't a mechanic, he's a magnet for enemy projectiles. His catchphrase held me. Fox is seared into my brain, along with the low health alarm. And speaking of General Pepper, the dog. Is anyone going to mention how disturbing the game art was instead of epic drawings? Nintendo used photos of latex and plush puppets that looked like they were pulled from a low-budget horror movie. There was the General, a dog in a military uniform, barking orders through a static-filled screen, while you tried to process why a giant ape named Andreas owned the Lilith system. It was as if Jim Henson, the Muppets guy, had a psychedelic nightmare after a long night of playing asteroids. The most incredible thing about Star Fox wasn't just the cutting-edge 3D, but the game's logic. You're flying through deep space, and suddenly, boom! A giant metallic whale or a space lock machine. Because sure, nothing says intergalactic threat like a boss, designed by a minimalist architect who overdosed on caffeine, even though today the graphics look like a second-grade geometry test. Back then, we felt like we were in Star Wars, crossing the asteroid belt, while the 16-bit orchestral music made you feel like a hero even, if you were just judging badly folded. Origami was a religious experience. But hey, that was the 90s. 100% imagination and 2% resolution. This has been another entry in the bit. If you survived Corneria without Slippy screaming his nonsense in your ear, you've earned my respect. If you love remembering these pieces of plastic and silicon, subscribe to Dave's Retro Vault. And don't just stay here, go. Check out my shorts for quick doses of pure gamer nostalgia. Good.
Run! The ship's exploding! Faster! It's going to blow! I can't look back! We're not gonna make it!